Yeah, this pretty flock from the back block, and I'm here with SupremeBapeTV. Yeah.
First thing I want to ask you, bro, where you from?
I'm from North Philly.
Yeah, what area? To be exact, like give me a street.
I'm in the between 15th and Allegheny.
Okay.
And Broad Street. I'm in between Broad Street and 15th and Allegheny.
Okay. And describe this area for people not familiar with Philadelphia.
I mean, it's ratchet, you know what I'm saying, to a certain degree. But we was always on some, us coming up, we was, more on the hustling side of things. You know what I'm saying? We was some hustlers. We paved the way for the hustlers. That was our generation. Generation before that, those was they were some hustlers. They was more the older gangsters, but, you know what I'm saying? Typical shit, drugs, guns, violence, robbing, killing, you know what I mean? A little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? But you could you could pick your poison. It wasn't like niggas forced you to do this. You know what I'm saying? If you had your own outlook and somebody, your family was more upon you, and you know what I mean, you could choose that route. It was, you know what I mean? So.
Okay. So tell me about your childhood, bro. Just growing up. What was it like?
My childhood, man. Growing up, it was regular. You know what I'm saying? To me, I look at it was regular, typical, mom, stayed at my grandma's house, grew up in my grandma's crib, grandma, granddad. My mom had me at a young age.
What age she had you at?
She had me she was 16, going on 17. So,
it was hard for her.
Yeah. So, she was still staying with her parents and everything like that. And she went to Job Corps and all that.
Okay.
And,
So how did that affect you, as far as financially and stuff like that?
Financially, I ain't never missed no meals.
Okay.
Because my grandfather, he worked. My grandma, she worked. You know what I'm saying? So they was paying the bills. Food was always in the refrigerator, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was cool, you know what I mean? I ain't had the best of living. I ain't had the worst of living. But, I had what I had. And anything else that I needed, that's when I started, you know what I mean? Shooting dice, you know what I'm saying? That was my hustle back then.
What age you started shooting dice at?
I think I learned how to shoot dice when I was in a hospital bed. My man, Reek, God rest the dead. You know what I'm saying? Reek, when they started, him, Var, Rel, and them, when they started shooting dice, I was in a hospital bed. I was hurt at the time. And, they come in there, they learned outside, so they come in there, they come to show me I'm laid up. You know what I'm saying? Reek cheated me for my bread because I ain't really know, how to play all like that. But that's where I learned. I learned in the hospital bed. I was probably 12, 13.
And how were you hurt?
I had a broken leg at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a broken leg at the time, so I was laid up. You know what I mean? And I just, I got good at shooting dice. You know what I'm saying? I got real good at it. So, you know what I mean? As a kid, I used to, shoot dice with a lot of money. Every time my mom would see me shooting dice, if she see me, she'd sneak up on me, snatch my money, take my money. That was real embarrassing. I'm like, damn, my mom, she drew it on me. I'm like,
how much were you winning?
I was winning a couple hundred, man, hundreds, sometimes thousands. You know what I mean?
You was doing what with it?
I mean, at the time,
yeah,
I'd take it, go in the house and come back out and shoot dice again tomorrow and end up losing some of that shit back, half of that shit back. You know what I'm saying? I was buying my little polo shirts. Yeah, man, that's when I was rocking the button-ups, you know what I mean, way back in the day. Rocking the polos, you know what I mean? Tommy with the Tommy Hilfiger from here to there, all the way across. Rocking them joints. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I was doing with the paper back then. Then I brought me a little car at 16. I didn't even know how to drive. I just brought a wheel.
What kind of car was it?
It was like a little O's.
O's?
Yeah, it was like a old Oldsmobile.
Okay.
Yeah, Oldsmobile. I ain't had that shit for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, dice was really my thing. Like that was like throughout my teenage years, like that's all I really did. Like that was my hustle.
Okay, so from age 14, right? Is when you started?
I started when I was like 12.
Okay, so from 12 to
probably about like 18, 19.
So 12 to 18, 19, you shooting dice?
Shooting dice was like my everyday hustle.
Okay. And as you become like, as you go into your 20s, does anything change as far as what you into?
As I got probably about like, I think I'm gonna say about, when I started shooting dice, probably like 12, about, 12 to probably about 17, 18. That's when I was already rapping at the time. That's when my man got a record deal, My folks, he got a record deal. And that's when I started fucking with the music shit heavy. Touring with him. You know what I'm saying?
So was that the main reason you jumped into music or?
Nah, I was my man back in the day. Like my nigga I was around back in the day, he was rapping. So, that inspired me to start rapping. And then my folks, Cassidy, Barry and shit, he was rapping. So he was real high. He got the deal. So that shit just inspired me and I just kept rapping from then on and just ain't never stopped.
Okay, so how long you been on Cass?
I've been on Cass and I probably was like, about 7, 8. Around that time, about 7, 8 years old.
Okay. How did y'all meet?
Through my uncle. That was his best friend, sister, godson.
Okay. So you and Cass real close. You jump into the rap thing. Explain what's going on at this time period.
This time.
As far as your lifestyle.
Before Cass got the deal, we was running around trying to shop him. We was running around trying to shop him and trying to, hook him up with different people. I tried to hook him up with Corrupt from Dog Pound and his cousin. And, and then we went out to New York on a dummy mission. Shaheem the rugged child. You know what I'm saying? He ain't show up. He stood us up, but something came up with his situation. Stuff happened like that in the game, but that's how that happened. But, after that, that's when they got the deal with him, Ock and Shiz. They got the deal with Rough Riders. And, I was one of the artists that was in the camp, because before he got the deal, we was rocking and rolling every day doing music. So, you know what I'm saying?
And this went on into age what?
Till he went to jail, for real.
Okay.
When he went to jail, him and Ab went to jail for the shooting or whatever. I could say this now. I had went on the run for this shit. I don't know for what reason. Just because, I guess they were saying that I was there or some shit like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, that's how my name was like, on that type of time. They was out for the kid, you know what I mean? So I had to, pew! I had to say, pew! Into mouth.
All right, so after this, what goes on, like, as far as in your life?
At this time, shit, Swizzy was my guy, man. Swizzy, my guy, still my guy.
At age what you meet Swizz?
I met Swizz probably like what? I probably was like 18, some shit like that.
Okay. So y'all been had a relationship for a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I was just, around the industry. You know what I mean? So Swizz, I was around him a lot more often because, you know, Cass had to deal with Swizzy after him and Ak and Shiz and them separated. You know what I'm saying? You know, Swizz had, you know, wanted to sign him. So quite naturally, you know, I was Cass' hype man. You know what I'm saying? So meaning like when he used to perform, you know, I go on stage and hype the crowd up and shit like that. So I was living that lifestyle. So it was just like, I was like almost like sneaky famous myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that I was like, you know, it was just the way it was just designed for it to be. Not like I was dying for fame. It was just how it was.
And what did you made an Ab at? Like, how did you and Ab meet?
Me and Ab, we grew up together, you know, childhood friends around the same area. You know, at the time, you know, Ab is younger than me, so, you know, I was around the older crowd when he was running around. When we was kids growing up, I was around a different older group than he was. Because I'm older than him and I was hanging with the older crowd. So, you know, that's what that was. But we like a block away from each other. I live on this block, he live on the next block over. You know, a block away from me. So, you know, I had, you know, I was blessed to happen to be in the studio with Wyclef. You know, Cass was doing some shit with Clef at the time. So I come in the studio and, you know, there's some kid in there. I think his name was Hollywood or some shit like that. And he was, you know, kid was hot, man. He was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And it was basically you know, people know I rap, so they threw me right at him. Like, yeah, go ahead. So Clef, like, whoever win the battle can get on this song with him. So, you know, I ended up, you know what I mean, winning. You know what I mean? And in the process of me winning, I got on the song with me, Clef, Cass, and some girl named Trini. But the song ain't never really getting no real exposure.
What's the name of the song?
Life in New York. The feds got snitches in New York.
And you can still find that?
That's what you say, in New York. Like, I be looking for it, but it's like I can't find it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It was on the DJ Mike joint. You know, you know, everything, they'll find everything once you pop off. You make enough noise, they'll start bringing shit out the crates. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a good joint. That was a good joint for us, man. Like, I did my thing on that song, man. Still to this day, people come up to me and quote like a line that I said from that joint. That was like a long time ago. That was over 10 years ago. Just like friends, motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying? It was like, damn. So, you know, that was that at that time. That was like a big thing for me. Clef used to call my crib, talk to my aunt and them. You know what I'm saying? Man, I had a great bond. We had a bond with his door. I'd go out there and holler at him. Even when Cass was in another town, I'd go out there in the studio, probably with Clef, smoke, kick it. You know what I mean? Talk about business, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So you said in your 20s you was running around with Ab and Cass, right? So after that, did you like fall back from music or what went on?
No, like I said, when Ab and Cass went to jail, you know, for that situation, I went down south. You know what I'm saying? I was on the run. You know what I'm saying? So I went down south. And I went down south and, you know, it wasn't all good at the time. You know what I mean? Shit was like, you know.
Down south where?
Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, what part of Florida?
I was down there in a place called Putnam County.
Okay, I never heard of that.
Yeah, Palaca, Florida, East Palaca.
What it was like around now?
Country. Real country, man.
Yeah, used to that shit.
Yeah, man, dirt roads, Fields, grass, trees, bugs, ponds, rivers, lakes, rednecks. You know what I mean? Just like everything. Fruits, vegetables, farms, Mexicans. You know what I mean? Snakes. Everything. I mean, lions, tigers, bears. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So was rap like really something that you took serious? Because I always felt like you played the back really, like you ain't really want to be seen like that.
I mean, I did, and it's like, for some reason, you know, I felt like my peoples could have pushed me more. Like, people that was in position, that I was around, that was in position, and I feel like, damn, they know how much I love this shit.
Okay.
Like, why wouldn't they, you know, just, you know, position me just a little bit more, because that means a lot. Like, you know, when people see somebody that's leading the pack, they see the person leading the pack stamping you. You know what I'm saying? That help your wave take off a lot more. But we ain't gonna cry with spilt milk.
So rap always been a passion. Music always been a passion for you.
Yeah.
Something that you always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you went down south for 7 years. What age is this, like, to be exact, so we know exactly where we are in your life?
I'm like, maybe like 26.
Okay.
I'm like that. Yeah, I'm probably like 26, something like that. 25, 26.
And what age you come back to Philly?
I came back to Philly, I think I was probably like 32.
32.
Yeah.
So you spent a good amount of time in Florida then.
Yeah, I was down there. I did 2 years. I did 2 years down there. I got locked up when I was like 30. Did a deuce, you know, drug charge. Little punk ass drug charge, you know what I'm saying? Ratting ass nigga, you know what I mean? CI boy set me up on some sneaky shit. You know what I mean? On some real creepy, sneaky shit, you know what I mean? Me reaching, trying to make more money, trying to, like, you know, find new players and all this goofy shit. End up crapping the fuck out, you know what I mean?
And what was those 2 years like? Explain the mind state you was in going through at this period.
I mean, it was a crazy mindset, because that was my first time locked up. You know what I mean? So I'm just like adjusting and adapting to the environment and just like living, you know, packing your bag, packing your mattress up and your blanket, and just going from, you know, one jail to the next or one cell to the next. When you're moving around, you living in just like everything you possess is wrapped in a blanket and a sheet and a damn mattress. You know what I mean? And, you know, you're sleeping in a damn cell with two guys. I mean, you and another guy, day in and day out.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, that shit was just crazy, man.
So what's the craziest thing you seen in jail?
I mean, to be honest with you,
like, if you had to pick something that was just like, this shit was just mind-blowing that you seen.
I ain't really see nothing too mind-blowing.
Okay.
Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, it was just like, people was hyping jail up to be like, you know, this crazy place. And it was just like, if you just mind your business. I mean, of course I seen fights. I seen, you know, little stabbings and different little arguments and different things like that. But I ain't really see nothing mind-blowing like that really, like, shocked me, like, on some, like, damn, like, Just.
So in your opinion, it wasn't as bad as people make it seem. Is basically what you're saying.
No, for me it wasn't. I mean, I ain't had problems that everybody else had. Some niggas was getting put down on and getting G-checked and, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had them type of problems.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But.
And when you come home, what you start doing? You jump back in the streets or you do something different?
Sad to say, man, I jump right back into the streets.
For what?
For what?
Yeah.
Shit. To provide for myself and my family. Ain't like I jump back in there because I love it. I jump back in that motherfucker because shit. There's bills to be paid. So there gotta be money to be made.
You felt you couldn't make money other ways or?
I tried, you know. I had a little job.
Doing what?
I mean, dropping off like packages of food and different packages of just like cologne. And,
how long you did that?
Shit. I did that for probably like maybe 6, 7 months, 8 months. You know what I mean? It was a cool job. I actually liked it.
Why you stopped?
They started playing with the paper, you know, a couple times, like once or twice I was supposed to get paid and they dragged my pay. Like they ain't want to pay, they ain't pay me all my money. It happened like 2, 3 times, man. And I could have, you know, fought it or probably did something about it. I talked to them, I told them, and they was just like, all right, they got me. I'm just like, y'all got me? Like what? I need my money. So that's where we fell out at.